Welcome to the top 5 most essential farms that you need for Minecraft. Without these, your Minecraft world's going to be hard to have a lot of stuff in. With these 5 farms, you can be very advanced very quickly. So with that, let's get into the first one. After I tell you to subscribe, please subscribe to my YouTube channel because I want to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of summer. Can't do it without your help. Okay, let's get going. Let's move on to the first farm, which is iron. So this is a simple iron farm. You can make any type of iron farm. It really does not matter that much. But iron farms are super useful since they get you guessed it, a lot of iron. So with any iron farm, you get iron. It doesn't really matter which one you build. You'd be building one like I am in my survival world where it's going to give me tens of thousands of iron every hour. Or you could build this little one, which doesn't give you too much. And, side note, every single farm that I'm using in this video is linked down below in the description to the schematic link that I've used for the farm. So if you're interested in checking out any of these farms, I would highly recommend you go to the schematic linked in the description and check them out. Now let's move on to the next type of farm. Obviously, the next thing is going to be a mob farm. Like, what good is a survival world without one of these? Mob farms are super important as they can give you tons of drops like rotten flesh, which is useless, bones, which you can use for bone meal, arrows from skeletons, bows from skeletons, gunpowder, spider eyes, and a whole lot of other stuff from the occasional witch drop or the occasional jockey drop, like a chicken jockey. So mob farms are super useful. This is a pretty basic one. Again, linked in the description, and I just cannot stress how important mob farms are to have in your world. Like, your world cannot function without one of these since you need gunpowder. You could have a specialized mob farm, like a creeper farm. Or you could have one of these, which produces every kind of mob. It really doesn't matter. It's just important that you need one of these farms. As you can see from the hoppers, there's all sorts of stuff in here, which is super useful. All this stuff is very useful, and you can all use it. Especially the arrows and gunpowder, which are some of the more useful things. And then the rotten flesh is kind of useless. But let's move on to the next one. Enough chatter. Next one, you guessed it, is a gold farm. Gold farms are super useful as they can get you a lot of gold for piglin bartering or whatever else you might need gold for. Gold isn't super useful, but it can also get you a lot of rotten flesh, which you can trade with cleric villagers to get emeralds. So a gold farm is, in my opinion, pretty darn useful. Most gold farms are pretty simple. It's just a layer of magma cubes with turtle eggs. There you go. And then the zombie piglins will spawn in like this. Then they'll see the turtle eggs and become hostile towards said turtle eggs. This one's broken. And then they go and die. So that's essentially how a zombified piglin farm works. Super cool, and it gives you gold. So let's move on to another farm. Farm is, quite obviously, an enderman farm. Enderman farms are super useful as... Here, just watch. Look how fast I gain XP. That is so crazy with an unenchanted sword. I'm getting so much XP so quickly. Enderman farms are critical for mid to late game. You must have defeated the Ender Dragon first. And some of the good ones give you from 0 to 30 in just a minute or two. So Enderman farms are pretty darn useful. The only problem is they produce a heck of a lot of ender pearls. So a lot of the good ones come with a ender pearl deleter. So yeah, let's move on to the last farm. So the last type of farm is obviously the raid farm. The raid farms are pretty cool farms that give you a lot of emeralds, totems, and a lot of other cool stuff from like witch drops. They're super important because they give you a ton of drops that make you way more OP in a world. Like, raid farms are pretty OP. I can understand why Mojang is nerfing them. Like, look at this. Look at my inventory after I complete this raid. Or just look at this chest. It was pre-filled from the schematic. And as a reminder, again, every single schematic that I've used is linked in the description. So, go check them all out. But that's it for today. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Thank you for watching to the end. It really helps me out a ton. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.